Noah, can you Skype me the Amazon details? It's broken. Well, no. It's working. What was it break? What's broken? I don't know. Never mind. 3, 2, 1, go. Kent, you're going to need to start showing more of our other stuff.
Yeah, no. I've been thinking that.
Like the poles and stuff.
What?
Like the poles and stuff.
Oh, well, there's not a good show that the hiking poles fits.
It fits in this one.
Already a wee bit.
Outdoorsman.
Yeah, none of our competitors on Amazon have any heads up from product category to product category constantly.
The other people watching on YouTube and stuff like that.
Alright, here we go. And
7.
Hey, friends, can
Osmosis double.
hang on.
Absolutely. Neutral density filter.
Did you not put your microphone on?
No.
Oh my gosh. Give them just a minute. Did you turn it on?
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope. Didn't turn it on the base. Because it's not on. Hello, Brulio Reyes. How are you? We are trying to get things rolling. How about now, Kent?
Now Kent has a microphone.
Yes.
Hi everybody, Kent Martz here from Explore Scientific. Done something I've not done in a year and a half or 2 years of live broadcast, and that is forgot to put my microphone on, and we didn't do a mic test getting ready for today's show. So the one day that I don't put on a microphone is the one day we don't do a mic test to find out whether that little thing is right there on my shirt or not. So anyway, we're here now. So welcome to Thursday here with Explore Scientific on Amazon Live. Today's show is On the Wing. It's all about bird watching, and we're going to be talking about binoculars and a spotting scope today. But first, I want to talk about the book over in the carousel. If you slide over into the carousel, scroll down, you're going to see the National Geographic Field Guide to North American Birds. It's a fantastic book. Shows effectively all the species of birds found in North America, including some very rare visitors. Now, it doesn't carry ones from around the world that never make it here without being brought here, but it does show all the birds that live here or generally can rarely be found here. And if you didn't notice, there was a big Paul walked through the screen because he can't. Hey, we're wearing the same color shirt, Paul.
No, we're not.
Yeah, it's close enough.
No,
it's blue. Anyway, you can need a bird book because bird books are a great way to figure out what the bird is. There's apps and things out there, but having a bird book in hand is a great way to learn about the birds and to learn the differences. You know, you can take a picture with your phone and upload it and find out what it is, but that doesn't really help you learn the process of bird watching. That's why I like to have a bird book with me when I'm out looking at birds. Now, the bird migration in the northern hemisphere is going on right now. I guess the migration will be going on in the southern hemisphere too, because we're moving into the fall migration while they're moving into the spring migration. They're going to happen about the same time. Some nights, millions and millions of birds are migrating at night. And Brulio Reyes 2 minutes ago said hello. Thank you, Brulio, and sorry about not being able to start live. Just one of those coincidences. Neither the check of the microphone didn't happen, so I started talking with no microphone. And you got to see all the joy of that. So thank you for joining us. Anyway, so bird migration is going on. If you live in the northern hemisphere, all the birds are flying south that migrate, and this is a great time to be out looking for birds. Generally, mornings and evenings is the best time, but anytime you're out and seeing a bird, it's a great time to be looking at the bird, trying to figure out what it is. The way you look at birds is with a pair of binoculars. Your eyes are the easiest, but if the bird's more than 10 or 15 feet away, it's sort of hard to identify, especially if you don't have any idea what the bird is. That's where a pair of binoculars comes in. I always start the show with this pair of Bresser Kids Specialized Binoculars because I'm a really big believer in getting kids interested in the hobbies that we as adults like. If you've got a kid and you get them a pair of binoculars that's their own binoculars, and then you go out bird watching with these binoculars with them, they might learn to like your hobby. I like bird watching. My dad got me into it, and Mom, we used to go on Sunday drives. It was great fun. We looked at a lot of birds. I didn't do a whole lot of bird watching. I was always interested, and I would just sort of backyard go, hey, there's this, hey, there's that. The birds I know, and would every once in a while try and identify a bird I didn't know. But for the most part, I really didn't get into bird identification. When I was doing some duck hunting, I did get into bird identification for that, so you can identify the birds, which can be very involved for ducks. But since I started doing the show, I really got into bird watching. I've now started a life list and going through and starting out checking off birds as I see them. And on my social media feed, I see lots and lots of people out there who are seeing lots of birds they've never seen before in an area where they've been doing all the time. Here in northwest Arkansas, there's some ibis that have been seen at a fish hatchery. I haven't made it out yet. I'm probably going to go out there Saturday morning sometime, or maybe and try and look them up and see if I can get those on my life list here in the county where I live. They're not normally here, but they are there. Likewise, there's all sorts of shorebirds I've been seeing down in South Arkansas that typically don't get that far north, but they are there. So now is a good time to be out bird watching and participate in this great habit. Brulio says, don't worry, always is great to see. Thank you, Brulio. And Tyrus started following. Tyrus, thank you for that follow. We appreciate it very, very much. We see that as we've earned your follow, and thank you so much for that. So, getting out into the trees, and just because maybe you live out in the prairie where there's not a lot of trees, that's okay. There are birds that migrate through and stop for the morning because most migration happens at night. That's been proven by a group called Birdcast that uses weather radar to count birds. And that the past 20 years, most, if not all, of the migration happens at night for a vast majority of the migrating songbirds. So a little bit after sunset, they rise up, fly, and then by sunrise, they're back down again. And the mornings and evenings are a great time because the birds are getting more active and getting ready to fly. So I encourage you to go out and start doing it. A pair of binoculars. If you don't have them, go over to the carousel and you can pick out a pair of great binoculars right now. These Specialized Kids binoculars, inexpensive, great way to start. These aren't toys right here. This is not a pair of toy binoculars. These are real binoculars with glass lenses, a solid body, a generously sized focusing scope. And here's what makes them real. Kid toy binoculars don't have a diopter. They don't have a way to focus one eye separate from the other. Real binoculars do. Kids binoculars are real binoculars, but better binoculars have that diopter. And what that means is you focus your left eye, and here's how I tell people to do it. You focus your left eye by covering up your right eye. So you're looking with both eyes open. When you squint, it changes the focus and shape of your eye. So if you keep both eyes open by doing this, Now your eye stays the correct shape. So you focus here, then you switch, and you use the diopter to turn right here, right? And so both eyes open. Now I'm focusing the diopter, and just like that, I can get both eyes focused. When both my eyes are focused, and both of your eyes are focused, your brain relaxes, your eyes work together, you're just not working to trying to make things focus. Much more pleasurable, much easier to look at things, which makes using binoculars better, right? Okay, so these are 6 by 21. What do those numbers mean? It means the eyepieces right here, the little lenses in there, have a magnification power of 6. So it magnifies what you're looking at 6 times. It's sort of like moving 6 times closer to it and seeing the same thing. The other number, the 21, so these are 6 by 21. The 21 describes the diameter right here of the objective lens, where the light comes in and gets squished down to go to your eyes. This is a measure of how much light comes in. Now, this pair of binoculars right here has a bigger hole. This pair of binoculars right here is going to push more light into your eye so you can see in dimmer conditions. But that's okay, because, you know, you start out with what you can afford, and these are a great pair of kids' binoculars and adult binoculars. I can use these binoculars with no problem. What makes them kids is, if you look at how big the interpupillary distance is right there, that's the major difference. Lower. This is the major difference. The interpupillary distance is narrower on these kids' one. That's what makes them kids' binoculars, because they're closer together for kids' eyes. Now, my eyes aren't real far apart, so I can use these fine. But if your eyes are real far apart, you're not going to be able to use the binoculars. So what you want to do is find a pair with bigger interpupillary size. The adult binoculars have that. If your eyes are real far apart, like Paul Newton, the producer and director of this show, his eyes are just a big old way out here, and he has trouble using binoculars. Berulio Reyes, Night Stealth, or a big nose. Yes, either the big nose can be a problem as well. Most assuredly, the bridge of your eye nose can get in the way. So this is a pair of National Geographic 8 by 42 binoculars. So remember, the 8 means the eyepieces have an 8 magnification. Hi, my friends from Eduardo Cesar Aguilera. Thank you, Eduardo, for the shout out. We appreciate that very much. These are 8 by 42 from National Geographic, 8 power eyepieces, 42 millimeter objective, meaning they're going to pull in a whole lot more light and mash it down to go into your eye after going through the great prisms in here. Now, this is a pair of National Geographic binoculars right here, produced by Explore Scientific. A fine pair of binoculars. It has above a 4.5 star rating. Not exactly sure what it is. Haven't checked in the last few days. But this binocular is a great seller on Amazon. We sell a lot of these, and it's a very highly rated product. So, 8 by 42 has twist-ups eye cups, and we'll talk about these pair of binoculars a little bit. They're fully coated, meaning that there's coatings on that element and this glass element. Both air-facing elements have a coating on them. Now, there's a term out there called fully multi-coated. That means that all the glass surfaces the light passes through are coated. When you start getting into that, it starts raising the expense. Better coatings makes them more expensive. This is designed to hit a sweet spot, you know, an inexpensive pair of binoculars. So it's got coatings on both sides that make it brighter and sharper. It passes the twist test. Haven't talked about the twist test. Now, granted, if you're strong enough, you can twist anything apart. That's not the point of this test. It's just give it a little wiggle, and if they go flunk, 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 then you know that they're loose and the mechanism that holds them together is not strong, and they're going to be out of collimation. What's collimation? If one is looking here and the other one's looking here, you're going to see two different images. Your mind's going to go crazy, and it becomes miserable to use. A pair of binoculars out of collimation is basically become worthless. We can recollimate our binoculars here. We do have the mechanisms to do it here at Explore Scientific in the United States. If you drop a pair of binoculars, boink, it's going to knock the prisms out, or it's going to knock them out of alignment somehow. That's something you want to avoid. You want to try and not drop your binoculars. Even if they say they're shockproof, not dropping them is better than just going, oh, I don't care, and knocking them about. Well, you're going to destroy your investment in binoculars, and we don't want you to do that. We want you to buy a pair of binoculars and keep your investment for years and years and get massive amount of enjoyment out of them. Now, you don't just have to use them for birds. You can use them for sporting events, going hiking, whatever. I keep waiting for Paul to pop up a bird for me to identify, and he hadn't done it yet. So now that I've said something, Paul's probably going to give us a bird to look at, because this is a birding show and we like talking about birds. This is a pair of 8x25 Alpine binoculars. I had not talked about these in the last few weeks. These are from Alpine brand of binoculars, which is a division of Explore Scientific. These are fully multi-coated, meaning, yep, that's right, every glass surface in here has proprietary coatings on them. Those coatings make things crisper, sharper, brighter, and transmit light better. So they're waterproof. The National Geographic and the breasts we just looked like are not water resistant per se. They're water resistant, but you can't get them wet. All right, that's gonna ruin them. These, you can get them wet. Now, again, I don't recommend it, but if you're out in the rain shower, it's not gonna hurt them any. You need to rinse them off. You can rinse them off in the sink. They're purged with either argon or nitrogen, and what that means is inside of here is not air. Air holds moisture. When these get purged, to replace the air in there with the inert gas, the inert gas does something really cool. It doesn't hold moisture. So once it's full of inert gas, and we seal them up with O-rings, now there's no moisture in there, which means they can't fog up inside. Can they fog up outside? You betcha. There we go. Fog on the eyepiece. Gonna happen. You can get dew all over it, fog all over it on the outside. Doesn't hurt the inside at all. That's a great feature of these Alpine binoculars. The entire Alpine line from here on up, fully multi-coated and waterproof. So I like this pair of binoculars a lot. A big, powerful pair. These are 8x25, so 8 power eyepieces, 25. Not a lot of light gathering capacity like those 42 millimeters were, but there's a reason for that. Everything's a trade-off and everything's a tool. And if I want to carry these with me in a shirt pocket, it's real easy to do. Right here, using this Habit brand shirt, which you can pick up over in the carousel right now. We have an example of it right there. I can carry these with me, not a problem. They fit in a pocket. They're going to fit great in a jacket pocket or a hoodie pocket when you're out hiking and want to take a look at, across the lake at a beautiful scene, or check out birds. There's a bird popped up. That is a we don't have them in the United States. It is a not a myna bird. Boy, it's a rainforest bird and has great displays. That's the male. What is it, Paul? Don't know.
Say greater Loforina.
Yeah, exactly. Not a North American bird, but it is a cool looking bird. Seeing that mating behavior would be awesome for sure. So these binoculars come with a neck strap, a carrying case, but what's really nice is the ability to put them in a pocket, even in a carrying case. You're going to be able to carry these and use them. Binoculars are tools. They're specialized for special things. This is made so you can carry them around really easily. These are the Alpine, fully waterproof, purged binoculars, 8x25s. Moving along, we're going to look at another Alpine's pair. These are the wings, so the different series as they go up cost more money. This is a pair of wings, and this is a pair of 8x34 binoculars. Comes in a nice carrying case, a lens cleaning pin, a nice neoprene neck strap. I don't have the neck strap with me. Pair of eye covers, objective eye or optical this side where your eyes look. It just hooks onto the neck strap, so it's always there and handy. The objective ends are flipped down, keep on by the rings, just like that. There we go, put it back on just like that, and now it's there. There we go. Now this is an open bridge design, really easy to get your hands down inside of, get a hold really well. Brulio Reyes, rare, good find. Yeah, I don't know how prominent those birds are. I keep waiting for Paul to get another bird up that I might know. Here we go. So I can cheat and look over on his computer. Oh, let's see. I can't see it from here real well. Let it come up on my monitor. That's not a North American bird either, I don't believe. It's a dove of some sort, I'm going to guess. It's not a rock dove. It's not a white-winged dove. It's not a mourning dove. It's not a ringneck dove. It's a dove of some sort, I think. What you got, Paul?
Blue-eyed ground dove.
Blue-eyed ground dove. Oh, not a North American bird. So he's picking...
It's a South American bird.
He's picking birds that we don't have.
Do
Come
whatever
on.
I want.
Got to field a bird that I have a chance at, Paul.
You didn't...
You can pick an ostrich from Africa. I know them. Emus.
Well,
I've been bitten by an emu.
if you
A
want-
friend of mine used to raise emus.
If you want birds that you can recognize easily,
No, birds of North America.
then...
That's all I'm asking.
Well, that's every bird.
No, it's not.
You don't know... You know all the birds.
That bird has never been seen in the United States unless it's been brought here.
It was a South America. It's Brazil.
Exactly. It's a rainforest bird. We have no rainforest here in the North American continent.
So if you want
Well, we do.
me to get
We have
those
temperate
kinds of
rainforest.
birds up, you're going to have to, like, bring... I don't know. It's like, $20.
$20?
I need cash if you want to be able to guess it.
Cash. Cash is the oil that makes the world go round.
No, it's the paper that keeps me from giving you hard birds.
I'm not asking for hard birds. There are plenty of North American birds I don't know, but I can probably get close
You know
to
all of them.
what they, huh?
You know all of them.
I don't know them all. I can get close to some of them. Like the 100 sparrows, there's plenty of sparrows I can't pick out. Yeah. So these are
That's
Alpine
funny.
8x24 binoculars, fully multi-coated, argon
Someone
purged.
Someone put a badger's head on a red-tailed hawk.
Okay.
That's funny.
So it's a hockey badger as opposed to a honey badger. Hockey badger. Badger hawk. Don't know. One cool thing about the Alpine carry cases has a belt right here, so you can carry them on a belt like in a holster. So if you can't carry them around your neck, you want to keep them, contained, you can put them on your belt as well and carry the binoculars on your belt. These are the Alpine 8x34 binoculars, a great pair of binoculars to add to your arsenal. They're over in the carousel right now where you can go over there and pick up a pair for yourself. Now I'm starting to get up a little bit more expensive binoculars, and this is an investment. This is a great pair of binoculars. This is the Alpine Teton 8x42. Now this looks like a big pair of binoculars, and it is a good sized pair of binoculars. Has a little bit of heft to it, not a light, easy to carry. But these have what's called an Abbey Prism, A-B-B-E prism in them. That prism is designed to have fantastic light reflection. And what happens is,
Which ones are those?
if these were just telescopes, which they are telescopes, the image in the eyepiece would be upside down and backwards. There's a prism in there that flips everything over so it's oriented right and it's right side up.
Those
so
are
it's left to
Tetons?
right. Huh?
Those are the Tetons.
These are the Tetons with the Abbey Prism. Paul loves these. He used them a couple of years ago, last year, when he was up in Iowa shooting some video. He picked them up as it was getting too dark to film, looked out in the woods, and was amazed at how bright these are. Let's see if you can see a little bit of the coatings there. There we go. You can see there's some reflections of the coatings right there, and you can probably see them right there as well. Yep, there we go, right there. These binoculars are a fantastic set of binoculars. Twist up eye cups, like all good binoculars have. Have a diopter. That's a nice, smooth, rotating diopter. Big, nice, generous focusing knob. These binoculars are great. I mean, astounding. I can't talk about how good they are, enough about how good they are. So I'm focused right there, and I'm focused in both eyes, I think. Let's see, I'm going to use my same cover up that. Find perfect focus, switch. And yep, I was in perfect focus. And I always like to do this. This is, if I get them back far enough, there we go. My eyes should be really big. Are my eyes really big, Paul? Are my eyes shining through?
Yeah.
So, sort of big anime eyes. Fun. I do goofy stuff. There you go. So, if you're just joining us here on Amazon Live, I'm Kent Martin of Explorer Scientific. This is a birding show on the wing where we're talking about binoculars and way to watch birds. That is obviously a hawk of some sort. It's a raptor. It's going to be a desert bird. I'm going to go with a, can't see its tail. I'm going to go with a Harris's hawk.
Nope.
What is it?
You even know?
That's my guess.
It's a sharp-skinned hawk.
Sharp-skinned hawk. Sharp-shinned. Shinned hawk, yes. I was close with Harris's hawk. So,
no.
If you have sharp-shinned hawks,
you're incorrect.
You can use these to check them out.
I'm 3 for 3 so far.
Well, you're one for one. I got hawk.
No, that doesn't count.
I told you I'd
said
at least,
no.
I told you I could
say
at least
that
get the family.
So here's how you identify a bird.
It has wings and feathers.
Bird. So if you count that as correct, I'm not going to give you any more pictures.
I got the family, and I was pretty darn close with Harris's hawk.
No, you were not. It's a sharp-shinned.
Say that 5 times fast.
No.
Yeah, you can't. Sharp-shinned hawk, sharp-shinned hawk, sharp-shinned hawk, sharp-shinned hawk, sharp-shinned hawk. There we go.
Shark-shinned.
Shark-finned.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why a bird book is so handy, because you go, well, that's a hawk, and then you go into your bird book to the hawks section, like over in the carousel, you can find the Field Guide to North American Birds. You can go over into the hawks section, and what can you do? You can look up the hawks and work your way through until you find the hawk or the sparrow or whatever. Paul's going to get one more up. All right, so we're going to wrap up the show tonight, this afternoon, with the fantastic Alpine Apex spotting scope. Now this is the 20 to 60 power, meaning it has a zoom eyepiece that goes from 20 power, 20x, all the way up to 60 power. Now, when you think about it, the binoculars we were looking at were 8 and 10. So this has 6 times the seeing power, the magnification power of a 10 power binocular. This is designed to reach out there and look at things at a distance. It can close focus fairly close, but this is designed for reaching out there a distance and finding stuff. So it's got the zoom, as we talked about. Has a twist-up eye cup to help you with your glasses if you wear glasses. I always take my glasses off because I wear glasses to read and see clearly up to about right there. This has a coarse focus knob right here and a fine focus knob right here. Look at that big old beautiful piece of glass in front. What is that? That is an 80 millimeter objective lens. So think about it. The largest ones we looked at had 42 millimeters. This is 82. It's going to be, could do the math, it's going to be 4 times the light gathering capacity, still squishing it down into a cone that goes into your eye. More light coming in and more means more light coming out, means the things you're looking at are going to be really bright. This is designed to be used with a tripod. You can hand hold it, but not for very long. This is designed to be used for a tripod. I didn't grab a little tripod. It does not come with a tripod. So you can use a standard tripod, a mini tripod, or over in the carousel, we might even have, if we have the right setup, a piece that goes on your rolled down car or truck vehicle window. You can set it on it. It turns your window into a tripod stand, so you can use this in a car. One cool feature is it allows you to turn the telescope. It's a telescope. The spotting scope sideways. So if you've got a nice viewing angle, you can get here instead of having to crane your neck over and look down into it. A lot of hunters will use these to glass across valleys and hillsides looking for what they're going after. I've used a spotting scope out looking at ducks because ducks tend to especially wild ducks, tend to be pretty far off a lot of times and can't get close. So you got to reach out there and see what they are. Ducks, geese, things like that. Fantastic for an outdoor use.
There you go.
That is, don't know, heron of some sort.
Nope, not even close.
What is it?
Come on, man.
Don't know.
That is a light-footed clapper rail.
It's a rail. Okay. Doesn't look like rails from around here, because rails from around here have very much smaller beaks. So there you go.
It's an endangered species.
Where does it reside there, Paul?
Coastal salt marsh habitats.
Yep, that's the one birds I'm not good at because
Newport Back Bay.
Because no coastal habitat salt marshes here in Arkansas, and I rarely get to the beach. So there you go. All right, so this also comes with this nice carry case. How it works is really straightforward. You can stick it in here and keep it protected. This is waterproof, by the way, so you don't have to worry about it getting wet. However, it's an expensive item, and you really don't want to get it wet unless it's just by accident. So you can carry it in the carry case and still use it because the end unzips, showing the end right there. You can unzip it here far enough down to access the focus knobs and the eyepiece. And right here, this little zipper right here unzips. Oh, we've got B-roll going. Unzips to reveal the 1/4 to 20 bolt in the bottom. Actually, it's a nut. So you can attach it to a tripod. So you can use this and keep it inside the nylon carry case, protecting it from the elements a little bit, and still have the ability to utilize your Alpine Apex 20 to 60 by 80 millimeter spotting scope. Right here is a little zipper I was talking about. Unzips to reveal right there, you see the hole where you put in your tripod screw right there. So I think we've, do you have pictures of the Guatemalan Poc duck? We could probably find one on the internet. Guatemalan Poc duck there, Paul. See if you can find it. And it's POC. I wondered if old Brolio is playing a joke on us there. We shall see. Guatemalan POC. Paul Ocean William, POC duck. So we'll come up here and find out. Well, it's a good question. We'll show everybody a bird that he's asking about if we can find one. So after that, we'll wrap the show up.
A Muscovy duck? Maybe it's a Muscovy duck.
Guatemalan Poc duck. Did you spell Guatemalan correct?
Yeah.
Not coming up. It is in danger of extinction too. Sadly, Brolio, there are many birds facing extinction from all sorts of environmental forces, including, and in many cases, because of either overhunting, overharvesting, or subsistence lifestyle, or habitat destruction. Habitat destruction and chemicals are probably the two largest problems with birds. And the bird counts have been plummeting around the world for the past few decades. It's sort of hard for us to realize because we see birds, but we don't recognize.
I can't even find a picture of it.
Yeah, he can't even find a picture of it. Brolio, what does POC stand for? That might help us find it. It's not the Muscovy duck he's talking about. Muscovy ducks are all over the place and are often raised on, people have them on their farms and raise them for eggs. Just like we raise chickens, they raise eggs. Muscovy ducks for their eggs. Show us a picture of that old Muscovy duck that you found there, Paul.
I'm not even looking at that anymore.
Oh, he's way past the Muscovy duck. So anyway, that's the show for today. Appreciate the following.
You're going to grab a chair and talk about, or I guess somebody's going to have to set up Annie's show. Because you're way over time,
That's why I'm
Ken.
trying to put a fork in it and call it a baked potato here.
I'm right here.
So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Annie's got a show to start in 3 minutes ago.
Yep.
So like I was late, she's going to be late. But Annie, don't forget to put on your microphone like I did. And we didn't do a sound check, and so I started just going off happy. And there was no sound. So anyway, Annie's going to be starting the show in just a minute. We're going to sign off. I'm Kent Martz for Explore Scientific. Hope everybody has a great Thursday. We'll see you back here tomorrow on Friday for Focus on Astrophotography. Until then, thanks for watching here on Amazon Live and the social media blast. Goodbye, everybody.
Yeah.